Alright, let's find a sketchy way to inject alcohol, methanol, into the E36. We're out doing a rip to the only place that has higher quality parts than Amazon. Canadian Tire plumbing section, let's go! But we're gonna do it a way that is gonna work, but it's not gonna be the nicest way. We'll do it a way that works, but it's not gonna be the most aesthetic job. I'll give you a hint, it's gonna involve JB weld. So we're gonna take the pipe that's right before the throttle body, same place where the boost reference comes for the wastegate, same place that the temperature sensor is, and we're going to put a little bung in there using an NPT coupling that I'm going to cut in half, and then I'm going to JB weld it onto the pipe because they only had the brass one in stock, and I don't feel like welding aluminum or waiting for aluminum or anything like that. Once this is all done, what I'm probably going to do is get a custom pipe made that has the bungs that I need in the pipe, like all nicely laid out and stuff. But until it's done, I'm not really sure, because the thread pitch of the the temperature sensor that's in there is the same thread pitch as a Acura Integra lug nut. It's like N14 by 1.5 or something. It's kind of a weird size. I don't really make bungs, so I might just get creative with a lug nut. I already did in there, but make it look a little bit nicer. But we're gonna get some inch-long steel flat or some inch-wide steel flat stock, bend it into some positions, and we're going to install the water meth kit today. That is the plan. So we're gonna grab a coffee, hit Canadian Tire, hit Home Depot, and we're gonna do some rib nutting, and hopefully it turns out functional. Until it's all done, probably it'll never be done, but until I feel like it's time, I'm just gonna functionally make stuff work in this car, and then when it's fast and it's good, I'm gonna take some time and we'll clean up the wiring, we'll clean up the way that everything looks, but for now, this should be just fine. Alright, stuff secured. We got the old reinforced Dremel discs to cut that coupler in half that I'm sure I have somewhere. Oh, I almost forgot it. Let me get this out of here. I'll show you what the plan is here, okay? So we're gonna take, oh, not that one. We are going to take this little guy, this thing, and we're gonna cut it in half right where the black line is. Then the water meth nozzle that I think I have somewhere, sure would be a shame. I'm not 100% sure that I have it, but we'll figure out a way. We'll put that in there, we'll thread it into the pipe, and then in the trunk we will mount the container of meth using this piece of steel flat stock bent into a little configuration. We'll drink some coffee, and then we'll blow up the car. Let's figure out where we're gonna put this. Sorry, I just had to move all my cool car parts out of the way. It's gonna go somewhere here, I think. That's what the plan is right now. That's what I've seen the cool guys online do. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's a dust. Oh, let's size it up on the tank. This thing is gonna go somewhere. Oh, this doesn't fit like I anticipated. Okay, I think for the mount, I can use these. My soft top isn't power, it's all removed, right? I think I can use these studs, bend a bit of steel. Whoa. This is not my cat. Hey. Oh, very affectionate cat. Nice. We have a supporter. Okay, I think I can bend little pieces of steel off of these guys, and then make a bracket that goes across that will mount onto this. It's just a matter of kind of bending this properly to match Nothing a little torquing down won't fix, but ideally I want it to be kind of even. And then maybe we can use this one too to make one for the bottom, or just extend this, but I don't want it to be too flimsy. We'll see. All right, for mounting, what we're gonna do is use those ones that we said. Gonna use these little brackets that I made out of metal. All I did was bend them and then drill some holes and used the studs that are already there. Then we're gonna take this bar. We put some riv nuts in there so that we can screw in the methanol container there. So when we line this guy up, one-handed stuff, it's gonna perfectly, this side lines up and that side lines up. Be a nice snug fit in there. This is gonna get mounted, I'll cut them down in a few, but this will get mounted here-ish. Figure out a way to make it nice and clean. And then the mat is gonna go over top of this. We're gonna put some holes in the mat and then mount the jug over top of the mat so it's nice and clean. And then underneath the jug will be the pump, and then we'll run the pump stuff up to the front. All right, there we go, she's on. So it's mounted on this part back here. And then it's a little T. Will I clean this up? I don't know. You'd never know if I didn't, so I might just not. But then this sits here, nicely lines up with the holes there. So it will go like that. And then the pump will sit underneath, and I will mount it to the plastic underneath here. And we'll cut a couple holes in this trunk liner carpet so that the meth tank can just sit, boom, like that, and it looks like it's mounted into nothing. So that'll be there. We'll cut a little hole here, and maybe it'll look cool and actually work. Let's see what else we're working with here. That was the main part that I was kind of concerned about. Not concerned, I just wasn't really sure how it was gonna go when I was looking at it. This is the controller in here. Oh, is that where the nozzle is? Did I put it in there? Oh, no. I forgot the nozzle. Brutal. I literally forgot it. It's like the one cool part. Okay, so that is the controller and some fittings. This box has hose, vacuum line, if you want to make your wiring look nice, and then fittings, connector, some wire crimps, sap straps. Oh wow, it came with bolts. That would have been, probably should have checked before. And then also, that's the loom. More vacuum line? What is this? Big vacuum line. Okay. That's gonna go in there. Pump's gonna go in the bottom. I think it's time to plumb and wire. And then once that's done, I'll go all the way back to my house, and then I will get the nozzle, come all the way back here, drill some holes, use some JB weld. And we should be off to the races and contact Jeremy, get some tuning done, turn out the beast. And it'll sit something like this. So that's on there. I'm gonna make a bottom mount out of, where is it on here? This thing? Where's it? This guy? That nut, or that stud? I'm just gonna take some steel, bend it, and then connect it to the lower one there. Gonna mount the pump. I'm really unsure about mounting it to the plastic here because it's so tinny and it's gonna go wah. So we'll see. But for now, what's the worst that could happen? Okay, need a longer bolt for this, but this is how it's gonna sit. Real nice, like this. Pump I don't have mounted yet. The thing is leaking. Like, how annoying is that? It's like, don't over tighten this. Don't tighten it at all. There's a special torque amount, and then it's leaking. I can't even tell from where yet. Oh well. Wiring is done, set it up to a relay. Battery I gotta tighten down. This is the vacuum hose that's gonna be for boost reference. And this is the water methanol hose. I just gotta go home and get the thing again, or the nozzle. But here's what it looks like. Pumping out fluid. So we need the nozzle to go on there, to go into there, and then we need this vacuum line to be referenced to boost. So I'll just put a T somewhere here. And I gotta figure out why it's leaking. It's like so annoying that it's leaking. It's a lot of water to try and figure out, but oh well. All right, we are nearing the end here. Hooked up real nice. Mounted flush into the carpet. Tough to see. So the bracket that we made is behind here, and then that screws in with the riv nuts. The pump have yet to secure, but the wiring is all done. Super easy, you just follow the diagram that they give you. Trunk's a mess. Tools are a mess. For this unit, we're gonna JB weld in the nut. Look how good it looks, wow. And then we're gonna thread this in, and it'll be all right. And then eventually we'll get the bungs for the intercooler piping. It'll be a nice setup then. So we took out this pipe, that's where that's gonna go, so it's gonna inject the meth, that's where it gets the boost reference from, and that's where the temp gauge is, which is way super messy the way that it's set up right now, but once we get it set up, it'll be fine. Otherwise, we routed the vacuum lines on. The T is the wrong size, so that'll be something to change later. I thought about it. I don't think that's gonna work. I went to tighten the JB weld nut thing, and it's not gonna happen. So we will order the pipe now. I'm gonna get it home because I have a hole in the intercooler piping now. I'm gonna get it home by just covering it with tape, and hopefully I don't hit too much boost and it doesn't, I don't know, seemed like the best option. But yeah, I'll order a pipe with some bungs already attached, or I'll get them done or something. Then we'll be better. But the tank is mounted, and that's what I wanted to do today. Here we go. I got a new pipe. This is better. The other one wasn't a perfect fit anyways, so this will be much better for what we're after. It's going to be cleaner. It's going to involve JB weld still, don't get me wrong, but it'll be better. So for boost reference, I took off a lower silicone coupler, and I made this. Not really going to be visible. So in there, we're looking at a fitting that I put a bunch of, and then up here we have the boost reference fitting with a little washer just for some extra for sureness, you know? On work wheels. Oofa, oofa, oof. Oh yeah, real nice. So, I took the tube out of here that goes into the throttle body, and the one that connects to my blow-off valve here. And I'm gonna put a hole, or we put the hole in the silicone coupler there for boost reference. I'm gonna put a hole in the new pipe right here to spit the meth, and I'm going to put another hole right here for the air intake temperature sensor, and that should be good. So then when we spray the meth, it'll be able to measure it using the sensor. It's just better placement and a little bit cleaner, but don't worry, I've got lots of JB weld on. And I confirmed that the meth pump is pumping water. So now let's make sure that it pumps water out of the nozzle. So this connects super easy. It's just run through the firewall where the rest of the turbo stuff is. But if this sprays water, then we are in business. The nozzle is right there. sprayed! Yay! It sprayed. That's great. Watching that back, it's got to spray a lot better. Let's try that one more time. I need it to atomize the water. Alright, nozzle, atomize. I don't think that worked. Didn't realize when I took that off it'd be pressurized water, but it does make sense now that it happened. Does it squirt water without the nozzle on there? It did before, but does it with this fitting? Stay. Bad dog. Stay. Trying to get my water methanol injection. So full transparency, when I tried to put this in at first, it kind of fell apart in my hands. And there's a piece that looks like it goes together the right way, but it's actually the wrong way. So I had it in the wrong way, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. So once I put this in, it should work, because right now it's not working. But step number one is follow the instructions. It's that easy. I turned the thing around. Now, please work. I want to go home and eat dinner. I don't want it to not work. It works? Worked. Cool. This mist is on purpose. Yes. Okay. It works now. This is the boost reference for the wastegate and the controller, and that is in there forever. That's a new pipe with the nozzle in there. Ended up just JB welding it in without the nut because this is round, it just didn't really work out. And that's the temperature sensor. So now, when we spray the meth, we'll be able to see on the tune or on the laptop that the temperature is lower. So now we'll get Jeremy to tune it in, and we'll turn up the boost.